Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, Series 13, Book 6, Koba, Ghoul of the Shadows, and it's time to wrap up Series 13. Before I start, I want to say, last video I forgot which book I rated higher, Linka or Slivka. Turns out it was Linka, so that means Vermok is tied with that. But anyway, let's wrap up Series 13. Also, in the prologue, Judge Jezrin is seen with a fallen warrior that is wearing what I believe is the golden armor. Jezrin is about to steal the armor. He does say that his goal was to become the master of the beasts, but then Koba shows up and says he doesn't deserve that armor as he didn't pass the warrior's road, and Jezrin ends up caught by Koba and thrown into a portal to a palace in Avantia ruled by some character called King Theo. What happened to King Hugo? Or is there more than one king in Avantia? So, if this plan was to become Master of the Beast, why didn't he do the road himself? Either he's lazy, or he had to be worthy to do it. Anyway, going on with it, Tom, of course, decided to finish his quest, with older Tom being forced to come with them. They arrived at a new kingdom, made of black marble. The entire kingdom seemed empty with fresh food laid for them. Older Tom rushed and began eating, saying that apple pie was as good as Aunt Maria's, but Tom and Eleanor were onto him and they knew Aunt Maria made cherry pies. And Tom was curious why the older Tom wore his sword on his right side while Tom always wore his on his left, which, on a side note, I like, as I am a left-handed person, so it makes the connection between me and Tom a tiny bit closer. It's always good to imagine yourself as the hero, I think. Anyway, older Tom revealed he was really the final beast Koba, and he told Tom he had proven to be a worthy opponent. Okay, I did say in a previous book that one of my guesses was that this was a test by the Warrior's Road, but I would never have guessed he was a final beast. Tom and friends prepared to fight Koba, only for him to make a retreat into one of the castle towers. Tom and friends only have the room altered in some kind of twisted maze. Now to me, it's unclear if Koba is the one doing this, or it's the castle magic. If it is the castle, it would explain the disappearance of the people. If Koba, then he's more than just a shapeshifter. Anyway, Koba uses the maze tricks to his advantage after our heroes lost each other. Tom bumped into Eleanor, but then Koba knew she was a fake, as the real Eleanor always travels with Silver. Once again, Koba made a retreat. As the hole closed up behind him, Tom was pissed, slamming, determined to get his hands on Koba for his deception. Our heroes believed if they kept following the road, he'll come to them, but then they heard Silver howl and he had already found them. Tom and Eleanor went back to help, but finding Koba seemed impossible. He tossed Silver aside, disarmed Tom, and destroyed Eleanor's bow. No surprise, he has been keeping a close eye on our heroes. Surely he revealed himself after Alinko was defeated, but we don't know how long he was watching. He could have watched them from the very beginning of the Warrior's Road. My only issue is Koba says he's defeated hundreds of warriors, which makes no sense. As stated previously in Slivka, the shaman said no one has ever beaten Slivka apart from Tana. Yeah, maybe he could say the shaman was lying, but the shaman was very kind to Tom. Besides, would you believe someone who tricked you? I wouldn't. Our heroes were going to be eaten, but Silver saves them just in time, only to be tossed off again by Koba. After Tom chased after Koba, he transformed into Taladon to do the whole "listen to your father." It started to get to Tom as he felt responsible for Taladon's death. Tom's heart sank, and as Koba said, "You failed the beast quest," Tom got to his senses. He knew that his father would never say that. He fought back the impostor only for Koba to try Adaro's form, but with the help of Eleanor, Tom was reminded of all the quests he had accomplished. If anyone deserves the title of the beasts, Master of the Beasts, it was Tom. And since Koba became an Adaro, in looks, he doesn't have the magic as the original, but he did have the flaws of an old man. Tom easily tackled the fake. Now Koba had it, and began to fight serious. He tried to get rid of Tom's sword again, but he easily got it back. Tom made a retreat behind a room, locking the door, revealing the coffins of the warriors who had died trying to gain this title. At the back of the room was an empty tomb, having Tom's name inscribed on the coffin. They then heard a moaning sound and found one warrior alive, chained to the wall. He revealed himself to be Tana, the original master of the beasts. Now before I go on, our heroes say that Jezrin said that only a handful of warriors completed the Warrior's Road, which again is bullshit, like I said. The shaman stated only Tana got past Slivka, so he was clearly lying to raise Tom's hopes. This also means Tana's tomb in the Gallery of Tombs was a cover-up. Anyway, Tana explained that if Tom beats Koba, he will become evil himself, which makes our heroes put together Jezrin's plan. He wanted Tom to take the Warrior's Road, so he destroyed the band scroll. Tom had to take it, even if he succeeded, he would be evil. Avantia would be scared as he no longer defeats beasts, he slays them. Yeah, basically. But Tom had to defeat Koba. Avantia needed it to protect her, but Tana warned him he would lose his soul. P.S. I like Tom smashing his own coffin, refusing to accept what his fate is meant to be. Tom left Tana with Eleanor and Silver. P.P.S. Tana says he has beaten Koba many times, which mentioned for a reason later. So yeah, Tana says he has beaten Koba many times, but like I said, I'm mentioning this up for a reason later. Tom faced Koba again, and after a scuffle, Koba became Freya. The trick seemed to work, but Tom soon caught on and avoided the attacks. So gaining the upper hand and overpowering Koba, Koba got kicked back hard by Tom, slamming her into some coffins. And I say her because Koba is in the form of Freya, which was pretty badass, I must say. But Eleanor arrived saying Tana had escaped and the evil had corrupted him. Now there are two enemies. Tom saw Tana and Koba fighting each other. Tana was determined to win, blinded by hateful lust. Koba tried to become Tana's grandmother to throw him off guard, but that didn't stop the madman. Our heroes tried to break up the fight, but the illusions came back, altering the room, which made Tana twice as big as Koba. Then Tom finally broke up their fight with Eleanor chaining up Tana, as she had now lost her bow. Mind you, there is a picture of her bow when it should be destroyed. We also see that Koba can change weapon sizes to the form he is. So, say he's like a child, he'll have an axe the shape of a child, or if he's in his beast form, he'll have one his size, which is what he does to an axe. It appears to be axe time then, doesn't it? Tom fights Koba again, despite him turning into Uncle Henry, King Hugo, Mark the Apprentice. It would seem Koba was not putting in much effort as before. Koba then forced Tom to kill him. Tom refused, demanding he yielded, basically give up, which explains how Tana is by killing Koba. He is now cursed with the temptation of evil beasts, slave of beasts, because he keeps trying to beat him, but, evil beast temptation. Speaking of Koba, changing his target, he went after Tana. Tom stopped Tana from killing Koba. Yeah, because Tana tried to kill Koba because of the whole lust spell. Koba goes back to his true form, corners Tom by revealing his wind powers. Then Tom was shocked when he saw Malvel holding Tom's sword, and he was ready to kill our hero. So this is either a trick, or somehow Malvel survived Frono's blast and somehow ended up in the Warrior's Road. I'm more than likely it's a trick, because Koba suddenly was dropped from the subject when Malvel showed up. Didn't he even notice Malvel enter, or better yet, anyone notice? I should also mention Tom sliced some of Koba's fingers off. Tom was shocked, but Eleanor saved him, throwing Koba's clawed fingers into Malvel's back, and of course it's Koba impersonating Malvel. After that failed, Koba tried one more form, Eleanor's mother. As Eleanor's mother had passed away in a fire, she knew that this was a fake. Tom, having enough of Koba's, demanded him to yield, in which Koba lowered his head, and nothing left of him but the green eye, the final token. Which tells me the road isn't over yet, otherwise there would be no more tokens. This ain't some trinket, I'm sure, there is something in this orb that must do, obviously. That's another thing. I don't recall them using Vermoc's tusk at any point in this book, so that's a waste. So why have the second token, or why have the second to last token if you're not going to use it? But yeah, Tana had gotten back the golden armor. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's the golden armor, the golden armor, or just a random suit of armor that is gold. But Tom tries to save Tana, but Tana has accepted his fate. He's accepted his fate. pulling a moment from the Last Crusade with the knight raising his hand as they all leave, it's all crumbling around them. But when they got back, Tom had an evil vibe. He wanted to start hurting Silver in his mind as they approached the castle, and of course Jezrin was on the throne. Jezrin shows the Maduro, and then Tom becomes evil. Tanner warned him if he defeated Koba that this would happen. Tom ordered Eleanor imprisoned. Silver was magically encaged and left with Jezrin. Jezrin wanted the green orb, but Tom revealed it to himself. His memories became clear, and he destroyed the orb, causing a powerful sparks. One freeing Silver, who freed Eleanor, and the other blasted at Jezrin, making him vanish from sight. Adro ordered the king freed from his cell to assume the throne, while he explained that Jezrin was hopefully banished from their sights. Tom now knew it was that green eye that corrupted his mind, which isn't how Tanner worked. He never had the eye, because he never killed Koba, because he was still alive, so that's a plot hole there, but whatever. Anyway, everyone celebrated King Hugo, and Tom was now Master of the Beast again. Only question, well, technically two questions, but we'll get to that. Only question, does he still have the golden armor, or did that go with Tanner? So that's something I want to know. Also, this makes the prologue confusing. Did Jezrin get transported to where Koba was found? Yeah, where Koba was found with, where Koba was? I think. Yeah, where Koba was found with Tanner. So I'm thinking, like, Jezrin gets blasted by the green orb. Does he get, and we got the prologue stuff, right? Does that mean he gets teleported to the road where, Tanner, where Koba was found? He tried to steal the armor of, Tanner. Then Koba grabs him, throws him into Avantia with a kingdom ruled by King Theo? Or is this another alternate realm setting up for something later? Because the prologue normally is something that happens in the past, normally, most of the time. So either that's like foreshadowing for the future, with this alternate kingdom or whatever, because the ending, or should I say the prologue, is kind of the one big chunk that makes no sense, unless it's planned on later down the road or explained. But all that aside though, aside from that prologue section, it's a really great book, really. Obviously, I would say, yes, the best book in Series 13, and of course it's once again sad that the best book is the last book, but normally that's the case. And I can see that Adam Blade really want to put a lot of effort and heart to this one, because I think this is another point where he probably felt like the series was going to be cancelled, because this is the end of the era of 6 books, and it was dropped, but luckily he was able to make some more, and we have the book series of sets of books of 4, which is nice. So maybe it was another 4, like, oh, I think the series is going to end, but no, he brought it back in another way. Easily the best book, like I said. So many twists and turns with Koba, changing all the forms, and as the fight progressed, Tom got stronger and stronger, managing to overpower physically and then mentally with the dark magic stuff. And then you got the stuff with Tanner, which I knew he was going to take a part in this adventure, because he was the first warrior to go on the Warrior's Road. I knew at some point they would encounter him, so I was expecting that. But yeah, I would say there has been a lot of talk about Koba being one of the best beasts ever. I didn't really understand the story until now, so from a lot of fans that appreciate this book of Beast Quest, I understand where you're coming from, how it's so awesome. But yeah, this has been my attempt at doing another than Koba from the Ghoul of Shadows. Koba, Ghoul of the Shadows. That's it. Koba, Ghoul of the Shadows. There we go. But next time on Beast Quest, we'll be facing another awesome beast when we get to Series 14, and that's where the series itself starts using subtitles. So there won't be any nicknames like the Warrior's Road or the Dark Realm or anything like that. They've just dropped that and just put Beast Quest on the titles. So next time on Beast Quest, we'll be doing Series 14, starting off with, book number 1 on it, with Wrathcore, the Stampeding Brute. Till next time, guys. Oh, and of course, one more thing before I go. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Dimensional Gaming Squad, like I said, so you can see Beast Quest reviews from the Beast point of view. Till next time, guys, peace.